Sheila. You look like you've just seen a ghost. What's wrong? Now, don't try pretending. Something's going on. Well, what is it?
Joe, thank goodness. Claire. Well, I'm not delivering Christmas presents, but I do have some good news. I just came from visiting Mom, and, well, I thought you'd like to know how your sister's doing. Are you listening? Addie's making great progress. Yes, I know. I went to see her last week. I'm sorry. It's been a rather eventful day. Actually, you might appreciate this. I finally gotten a bit of my own back with Vicky. Yes, I finally won. Well, congratulations. But tell me, if you're the big winner, why do you look like the loser?
Did you do it?
What are you talking about?
Did you call her today and tell her I was here? Did you want her to catch us in bed?
I don't know what Vicky told you.
Just answer me, Dorian. Were you using me just to get back at my mother? And tell me the truth.
Make sure that it's perfect. I'll be right back. Well, Jen. Come on. Slow. Oh, my God. Slow. Sloan, darling, please speak to me, please.
Dad. Larry! Larry! Larry, please, help! Please move. Andrew, please. Come on, let go. All right, Sloan, I'm right here.
Larry, help him, please.
Larry,
please.
Larry,
Darling, what's happened? No, I got out here. He was lying there. Oh, God, Renee, he has to be all right. He's got to be all right.
Come on, kids, let's go upstairs. Upstairs.
Larry, what can we do? My car's right outside. No, I don't want to take him in that. Kevin, call an ambulance, please. Got it. Larry, he's going to be all right, isn't he? Larry.
Larry, say something.
He whispered my name. I mean, he recognized me. That's a good sign, isn't it? Isn't it?
Atlanta, 1117. Big Easy Line. Right. Sloan, can you hear me? Sloan?
Now, I hate to see my fine brother Hank ruined by something he did in his reckless youth. But, hey, it's your call, man. Either I give all this incriminating evidence to you, or, well, I can't promise that it won't end up in the wrong hands. The Banner, the police, or, hey, maybe even your daughter, Rachel.
No one's here. Go away.
Dad? What's wrong?
Oh, hey, sweetheart, I'm sorry. Come on in. Hey, I guess I'm just dealing with the news still.
What news?
Haven't you seen this afternoon's tabloid? Take a peek.
You're kidding me. Powell Lord?
Yeah. Incredible, huh? You know, if I hadn't gotten the report straight from Bo, I might not believe it myself.
It says here that Powell was responsible for the rapes at the hospital and the attack on Rebecca in the park.
Yeah, well, that's how it looks. Also, the attempt on Todd's life.
But why? Of the three guys who raped Marty, he was the only one.
I know, sweetheart. We all feel the same way. He was the only one who dealt with the crime, who accepted his punishment, and, you know, who learned something from it. Look, baby, you know, sometimes when no matter how hard a man tries, his past just doesn't seem to go away.
You're taking this pretty hard, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess I am. You know, but this is there's no good guy or bad guy in this one. It's just a disturbed young man who needs some serious help.
Yeah, it said he's been hospitalized. Mom will want to represent him, won't she?
Yeah, well, Nora's paying Paul a visit on the psych ward. But I don't think that he's going to be judged competent to stand trial. I'd be relieved.
Well, I'm relieved, too. I mean, we don't have to worry about anyone else being attacked, right? I just can't help thinking about his family. Kevin and Powell used to be pretty close.
When the time is right, Bo and I were going to go to Land Fair and sit down with the family, especially the kids, and try to help them understand what happened. But we don't want to spoil their happiness today of all days.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that someone in Landview has some good news?
Well, actually, yes. Right about now, Vicki and Sloan should be saying, I do.
That's great.
Yeah, well, you know, if it was my wedding, I wouldn't want it to be messed up with this kind of news, you know.
You know, I keep hearing you and Sheila talk about this wedding, but...
Look, come on, sweetheart, you know how it is. I mean, you know, we both get busy and we both just keep canceling.
Excuses, excuses. If you love her and she loves you...
Okay, already. You're right. Look, I know we both keep putting it off. When Sheila comes home tonight, we'll get out a calendar and pick a day, and this time it will be final. Okay?
Now look at me, Sheila. You're shaking. You having second thoughts?
Yeah. Look, just before you came back in here, I was thinking of making a run for it. I know, I promised I'd go through with our arrangement, but this isn't easy for me, okay?
Well, by all means, take the easy way out. Walk out that door, and I'll send all my little goodies right to the Landview Police Department. The newspaper clippings from 1972 when that poor guard got shot and killed at Midwestern University. And don't forget the surveillance tape that's got Hank on it, breaking into the president's office and making his moral butt an accessory to murder. Yeah, and listen, prison is no fun for an ex-DA. Trust me. Oh, and then there's sweet Rachel. Apple of her daddy's eye. Now think what she'll feel about this. All that shame. Probably break her heart.
Why do you hate him so much? You'd enjoy destroying him, wouldn't you?
I'd much rather enjoy what I can see with my own eyes and touch with my own hands. Now you tell me, isn't this much more enjoyable?
You, said you'd get me another glass of champagne?
Don't tell me I'm gonna have to drink you into bed.
One glass of champagne always puts me in the mood. Unless you'd rather force the issue.
No. No way. I want you to cooperate. So, what shall we drink to?
To surprises.
I like that. To a night of surprises.
It's a little early for happy hour, isn't it?
Who's happy?
Well, I thought you were. I mean, you finally stuck it to Vicki. What did you do?
Oh, I found a way to give her the perfect wedding gift. For the bride who has everything.
Oh, what did you do? Did you mess up her wedding?
Let's just say the wedding took a bit of a detour. When the bride found me in bed with her youngest son. All right, go ahead, say it. You're shocked.
Hardly. Look, Dorian, I have known about your little friendship with Joey Buchanan for months. But what does shock me is how you used him to get to his mother.
I did not use him. Joe and I have a very special relationship. In fact, he has been begging me to proclaim it to the world. So, finally,
You just use Vicky's wedding day to make the proclamation, huh? Oh, come on, Dorian. Admit it. That was the plan. That's why you got involved with that kid in the first place.
He is not a kid. He is a caring, loving, passionate man. More of a man than most of the so-called men in this town.
Is he?
Yes. Which makes the revenge even more sweet. I mean, think about it, all of the things that Vicky has put me through. The murder trial, months and months on death row, depriving me of my daughter's love. Well, now it's Vicky's turn to feel some loss. Yes, her son doesn't want anything to do with his self-righteous mother. Perhaps he never will.
Well, if that is the case, tell me something. Why are you drinking whiskey instead of champagne, huh? You're worried about him, aren't you?
He was very upset when he left here. If only he had left when she came in, but he stayed. And they had a big set-to right here in this room when she accused me of exactly what you just did, of not caring about him, of using him. That all of this was just a setup to get back at her.
Well, isn't it?
It's just all the people with the food, and then there's all the people with the music. Somebody's got to let all these
Kevin,
people know that we don't need...
Let me worry about that. Right now, you and your sister need to be at the hospital with your mother.
Thanks, Cass. Okay. And could you let Renee and Beverly know that we
Kevin,
really appreciate it?
At times like this, we're all one family. Pass that on to your mother and Sloan, okay? From me and River.
Yeah, I think we've done about everything we can do here, Jess. Come on, let's go. Jess, you want to be with Mom at the hospital, don't you?
I was thinking about Dad. He's so lonely and he doesn't know what happened.
Well, we can stop by Grandpa's and let Dad know on the way to the hospital, okay? It's okay? Let's go. Damn it, Joey, where you been?
Look, don't start with me, Kevin. I'm sorry I missed the wedding, but I had a little bit...
What wedding? There wasn't any wedding.
Is he going to be all right?
We've managed to stabilize him.
Oh, he's stabilized. Well, that's very good, isn't it? I mean, he's stabilized.
It's good news, isn't it? Well, we're still waiting for some test results.
What tests, Larry? Either you know or you don't know.
Look, Vicky, you'll be able to go in there and spend time with him soon, but right now I've got to get back in there. We're doing everything possible for him. Everything.
You know, David, life really is so fragile. You have to make the best of every moment and live it. I'm really glad you asked me to marry you.
Look, I am just as excited as you are, okay? But you have got to remember...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to tell Vicky or anybody. Not now. We could be married secretly if that's what you really want. It's so long as I can tell everybody and explain it all and wear your ring and show everyone.
When the time is right, okay? Until then,
I told you, don't worry. And right now, I think we should be with Vicky.
All right, why don't you go ahead? I'm going to grab some coffee. I'll be right there. Nothing to worry about except... Yes, this is David Smith. I need to change my appointment until tomorrow. Well, I'm sure that Sam Vance is the busiest private investigator in Pennsylvania, but something's come up and No, it can't wait until next week. I'll be there in an hour. Irene. I hope you gave me enough information.
I do have a heart, you know, and feelings deeper than most people's.
I never doubted that. In fact, your feelings for Vicky are downright primal.
I've never denied that we instill certain emotions in each other.
Which means you hate each other's guts. And what better way to get back at Vicky than by...
All right. It may have started out like that. But I'm telling you, somewhere along the way, it turned into something quite different. Something I never expected.
Don't tell me you developed a conscience.
I got to know Joe Buchanan. Not as Vicky's son or Kevin's younger brother or... just for the Joe that he is, the warm, sensitive kid. Mio bello caro Giuseppe.
I beg your pardon?
You wouldn't understand. It's Italian.
Dorian, I understand lust in any language.
Don't you cheapen this. Don't you dare.
If I didn't know better, I would say that you actually care about this kid.
Will you stop calling him a kid? And of course I care about him. Joe was never supposed to be the target in all of this. My God, if I thought that I'd actually hurt him.
It's a little late for regrets. No matter what you may feel for Joe, it didn't stop you from going and getting revenge on his mother. Now, you're just going to have to deal with the consequences here, Dorian.
Would you save the lecture for the next time you look in the mirror and think about Max and Luna?
I don't think about them. In fact, I have a date with Cord right now, and I don't want to be late.
Have a lovely time.
Well, I hope that your victory over Victoria was worth it. But sometimes the delicious moment of triumph leaves a very sour taste in your mouth, doesn't it? And no amount of whiskey can wash it away.
Joe. I just can't leave it like this.
Wait a minute, what do you mean? Mom said nothing was going to get in the way of her marrying Sloan.
Yeah, no matter how much you tried, right, buddy?
Oh, come on, Kevin. If you think I tried to keep this wedding from...
It's not about you. It's Sloan. He's sick. He's in the hospital right now.
What?
Honey, why don't you go wait for me in the car, okay?
But you promised.
I will. Just for a minute. I just need to talk to Joey. I told her we're going to stop by Grandpa's and let Dad know what happened. I think you ought to come with us.
No, I have to get to the hospital. I have to see Mom right away.
Hey, what happened today?
What told me, Kevin?
No, now you tell me. Where'd you disappear to today? And why did Mom have to go running out looking for you on her wedding day? And why didn't you come back with her?
Look, I don't have to explain myself to you.
Is this Dorian? This is all about Dorian, isn't it? The whole thing is all about Dorian.
Let me go, Kevin. I mean it. I have to talk to Mom now.
All right. Now, you see, in this case, the plaintiff has got to raise the issue, or it can't be raised.
Because it wasn't brought out in the preliminary hearing, right?
Right. See, you didn't need my help.
I need all the help I can get.
You know, you should bring this to your mother. She did a lot better with procedure than I did.
You know, sometimes it's really nice having a couple of legal eagles for parents. I mean, my mom is the best defense attorney in the state, and my father is the finest DA. Maybe the next attorney general. All right, something's wrong.
No, of course not, sweetheart. Look, Rachel, if I never became the Attorney General, you wouldn't be disappointed, would you?
But what about all the parking tickets I was planning to have you fix? Dad, I would never be disappointed in you. Don't you know that by now? Okay, come on. What is it?
Well, you know, sweetheart, all right, listen, I'm sorry. Just a little worried about Sheila. She said she was going to come straight home from work, and, well, it's just not like her not to call.
Remind me to buy a case of this champagne. It's great stuff, isn't it? Wow, I can see you like it too.
It's delicious. I think I'll have another one.
No. First, we dance. I take it back. It's not the champagne, it's you. You're what I call intoxicating.
I thought we were gonna dance.
We are. Horizontally.
RJ, look, we've got plenty of time. Look, maybe we need to stop and just get some coffee.
No. Don't stop. We waited long enough. Too long. You're mine now. Mine.
RJ?
Yesterday was the hardest day of my life. I gave away a part of me I can never get back, my son, the child I love more than life itself. I gave him to Bitsy. She promises to raise him as her own. He'll never know that I existed, but at least I'll know that he will be safe and secure.
David. I see your room is that way. I thought you were coming with me.
I was, but, you know, I thought, you know, I got to thinking Vicky's got plenty of people in there, you know, holding her hand, and I thought what I can do is to check around the hospital and make sure that Sloan's getting everything that he needs.
I'm sure Larry's already done that.
Look, Tina, just let me do what I can for Vicky.
She really means that much to you, even though
she's not really my sister? Tina, I couldn't care more for her if she were.
No wonder I love you so much.
Tina, not now.
All right.
Look, go on back in there with Vicky. I'll come there. I'll be there as soon as I can.
David, wait. You always seem to be in such a rush. Is there something else?
Tina, I told you, I just hate feeling this powerless. I'm sorry. Look, everything's definitely going to work out for the best.
You're always giving the orders, not this time. This time I'm giving the orders and you're not going this way. You're needed here. Who's going to teach River how to tie a knot, fish for trout? Huh? Who's going to read him that chapter from The Count of Monte Cristo where the hero makes that daring escape? That's your job. Who's going to just sit there and be there for him, quiet and strong? Dad, I need you. There are so many things I still need to say to you. There are so many things I need to hear you say to me. Please, don't go. Don't go.
Larry, what'd they say? Do you have results?
Vicky, it's still premature. I'm waiting for the lab to send me a printout of the
Larry.
certain indicators.
Larry, please, you know how serious this is. Just tell me.
Vicky, Sloan's Hodgkin has progressed a lot more rapidly than anyone had anticipated.
Well, all right. So you know that. You can deal with it, right? You can deal with it, can't you? I mean, there must be procedures or medications you can give him now.
Vicky, there is no treatment to stop this thing.
But you can slow it down. Larry, you must be able to slow it down. You have to give him time. That's all he's asking for, just some time.
Honey, there's no way to slow it down. There's no way to give him... I wish there was.
What are you saying? That he's never going to leave this hospital? Is this it? It's over?
Hi! If it isn't my two favorite people. Hi, sweetie. And you again. And do you know how glad I am to see you?
Well, if you're so glad to see me, why are you so late, baby? I was starting to worry about you.
I'm sorry, honey. I mean, I got in over my head at the hospital. One of those media presentations that never end. Anyway, I know I should have called, but where are you going?
Oh, we're just on our way to my place.
Well, look, hey, I know. You're probably starving, and look, let me whip up some pasta
sweetheart,
and a bottle of wine.
Rachel has to get back and study for her finals.
I told him he didn't have to give me a lift, but you know how he is.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have him any other way.
Are you okay?
I have never, ever been better. Look, honey, go steady. And you, by the time you get back, I've got something extra special waiting for you.
Ooh, sounds like we better hurry.
Yeah, sounds like it. Listen, I don't know what's gotten into you, but I am going to take advantage. So I tell you what, when I get back, we're going to sit down and do some definite planning. You know, rings, shoes, rice, the whole enchilada. Okay?
I love enchiladas. Honey, you hurry back, okay? Because we've got a lot to celebrate.
Are you sure there's nothing wrong?
Only one thing. I have gone the entire day without telling you how much I love you.
Well, what a coincidence. I love you back. I'll see you soon. Yeah.
All right, I've got an appointment to...
Are you Mr. Smith?
Who? No, my name's... Yes. Would you tell your boss I'm here?
My boss.
Sam Vance. I'm in a hurry and I need to get back to work.
Keep your shirt on, Mr. Smith. I'm Sam Vance.
Libby's fine. He's sleeping. Mother, what are you doing here?
Don't worry, darling. I didn't stop by to pronounce a curse on the wedding. I was driving by and I happened to notice that all of the cars are gone. So what's happened? Have the bride and groom already said their vows, cut the cake, driven off into the sunset?
That's right, Mother. You didn't just happen to be driving by. Guess you couldn't stay away, could you? Yeah, maybe you were hoping that you could find out that something was wrong and spoil them.
Cassie, you are not being fair. I don't wish anybody ill today. Not even Vicki and Sloan. In fact, I stopped by to offer a toast to the happy couple. Where is everybody?
At the hospital.
Excuse me?
You got your wish, Mother. Something did happen. Sloan collapsed just before the wedding.
Vicki, one thing I've learned is never say never. But as a doctor, I have to look at the facts.
Well, then please tell me the facts. I want to know them.
We have exhausted everything we can do. Sloan could live for another day, another week, another month. But when it comes, there is absolutely nothing we can do. I'm not going to discount miraculous cures or spontaneous remissions. Stranger things have happened, but you're asking me as a friend and as a doctor. I'm afraid that it's not going to be much longer.
Well, I thank you for your honesty.
I wish I could lie. I wish... Oh, so many other things. Vicki, Sloan has become a very great friend of mine. I want you to know that.
I know. Thank you, Larry. May I go be with him now, please?
Yeah, of course.
Andrew, I think you need to go and talk to Larry. Boy, I thought he'd never leave. I'm right here, darling. But don't try and talk, okay?
I have to ask you something. If it's the last thing I do.
What's the matter, Mr. Smith? Haven't you ever seen a private investigator before?
Well, yes, I'm sorry, I assumed you...
So does everybody else. I was hoping you were different. Sit. Let's see what we have here. Sam Vance, personal shopper, home decorator, Party planner. Ah, yes. We have to wear lots of different hats when we're on a case. Sam Vance, private investigator. Here. No, take 2. They're free. The name's Samantha. My father always wanted a boy. He was very disappointed.
I'm not. Your father should have been more broad-minded.
Then you don't mind that I'm a broad?
Oh, I prefer it. For this particular case, anyway.
And what exactly does this particular case involve, Mr. Smith?
I need you to locate a woman.
Don't they all? Listen, your phone message said this had something to do with, what, a family fortune, a missing heir?
It does, but that stays between you and me. The woman I need you to locate doesn't know why I'm looking for her, nor do I want her to. Understood?
Not really. But if your money's green enough, I won't notice.
Green enough for you?
Get me started. So, tell me about this woman.
I don't know much to tell, other than she was friends with a woman who used to live in Landview. Irene Clayton.
Clayton. I know that name. Oh, yeah. She was all over the newspapers during Dorian Lord's murder trial. She was Victor Lord's mistress, right?
I don't like to speak ill of the dead.
Oh, a gentleman. Mm-hmm. Then what are you doing digging up her past?
Irene Clayton died a long time ago, and she left behind her several mysteries. I need to solve them.
And you think this friend is a key to that?
I think so.
Does this friend have a name?
That's one of the mysteries. I only know the nickname that Irene gave to her. Bitsy.
Bitsy? Well, that's a nice name for a polo pony, but it's not much to go on.
It's all I got, Sam. It's got to be enough.
We'll have plenty of time to talk later.
No more time.
When you're better, we'll have all the time in the world to talk then.
I'm sorry. I wanted so much for us to be married. Even if it was just for a day or an hour. I wanted us to be husband and wife.
We will be. Gracious, we've just postponed the wedding, that's all.
You know better than that. So do I.
Please don't.
I don't want to die here, in this place. Please, Vicky, take me home. Take me back to Tidewater.
There. Everything's perfect. Just perfect.
Hank Gannon? Did you forget your keys again?